As an astrologer, at the beginning of every new year, I look at the year ahead astrology. And the astrology of 2026 is not my favorite. Things are gonna start feeling very, very different. All the generational societal planets are moving into a different sign. It is a lot of growing pains this year. Buckle up. Get ready for a lot of growth. All these outer planets are going to be in fire and air. I've been moving in a water and earth vibe for a very long time. Welcome to fire and air. Things are going to be moving very quickly, and this is the era of being extroverted. This is the time to connect with people, to get together with people, to share your thoughts, to speak your mind, to speak your truth. And things are going to be moving very quickly and very impulsively. Okay, I think we're starting to see what Pluto in Aquarius looks like. Power to the people. A lot of people are going to try and liberate themselves from a higher power, a government. People are coming together and realizing that when we come together and work together, we can actually overthrow the top 1% or the 1% of whatever is actually ruling the majority. Also, all the outer planets are changing signs. Outer planets rule over generations of people and societies in our society. So this month, Neptune is moving into Aries, and Neptune rules things of no boundaries, illusions, delusions. Aries rules things of fighting, wars, also like leaders. I'm worried that there's going to be a lot of no boundaries surrounding weaponry. During this transit, Neptune will be in Aries for around 12 years. So we are just going to see the beginning of it. But at the same time, for the first couple years of that transit, Saturn will also be in Aries as well. So Saturn brings those boundaries to unboundaryless Neptune in Aries. So I think there's going to be a lot of like fuck around and find out what that means when there's a lack of laws surrounding people fighting with each other, and guns and weaponry and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. Uranus moving into Gemini for good. This is going to be a lot of inventions. Uranus will be in Gemini for the next like 8 years. A new type of way of communicating with each other, probably a new type of cell phone, a new type of social media is probably going to come out. New ways of driving. I think this is going to be the time period where it's normal, where people aren't going to be driving. I think RIP Uber drivers and taxi cab drivers. Gemini's ruler is Mercury. Mercury rules all things communication and transportation. So Gemini also moves very fast. Is like the jack of all trades. It's knowing a little bit about a lot. Uranus also likes moving very fast as well. Uranus is revolutionary. It's innovative. So when you put like kind of a planet whose mind is always like this in a sign that's like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do that. It's like a evil genius type of aspect. And it's going to be harmoniously aspecting Pluto in Aquarius, which is going to, Pluto is following the tracks of when Uranus was in Aquarius during the time of the explosion of the internet. So I think there's some type of connection there. They're working together, and I think something with the internet, something in the direction of the internet and with social media is going to completely change over the next 8 years for sure. Jupiter moving out of Cancer, we were kind of spoiled with Jupiter in Cancer. I mean, we still have another 5 months of this aspect, but Jupiter in Cancer softened a lot of blows. Jupiter loves being in Cancer. Jupiter then moves into Leo at the end of June, I believe, and is there for a year. Jupiter does okay in Leo, but during this time around, Jupiter is not going to be doing that okay when it first enters Leo, because it is going to be making a very harsh opposition to Pluto and Aquarius. When Mars enters Aquarius, it's going to make a conjunction to Pluto. Anytime there is a harsh opposition or conjunction to Pluto, it shows really major worldwide events. Pluto is the planet of transformation, death and rebirth, destruction, so we can build anew. When another planet comes around, especially like Mars, which is a planet that rules war and disagreement and fighting, was around the corner and is going to be touching Pluto. I'm really curious to know what that's going to look like. If some type of war is going to break out, that's kind of what it feels. In the fall time, we're getting a Venus retrograde in Scorpio and Libra. So this is definitely something to look back. If you have early degrees Scorpio placements and later degrees Libra placements, this is definitely gonna whoop you up. Reflect back on what was happening around, I want to say summer, fall of 2018 to get hints of what this storyline is going to look like to you, because